South Africa's dominant power producer, Eskom, has announced that the first output of electricity from its Medupi coal-fired plant will be delayed until the second half of 2014. Now, that project is expected to be the biggest coal-fired plant anywhere in the world once it's complete, and it has been hit by what Eskom has described as contractors' underperformance and labour disruptions, which have all contributed to drive up costs. Eskom has been looking to boost its generation capacity by up to 25% in order to ease a biting power crunch in Africa's largest economy. The delay has expected to increase the cost of completion for the Medupi power plant even further, but the company indicated it may impose a penalty on its contractors. According to the company's chief executive, Brian Dames, Eskom is now forced to examine other supply options to bridge a projected 700 megawatt shortfall next year. Medupi's overall cost has increased by as much as 15%, or about $10.3 billion. Still in South Africa, 5,600 striking workers have gone back to work after a one-day wildcat strike at Anglo-American Platinum in South Africa. Workers downed their tools on Sunday in solidarity with 19 Association of Mine Workers and Construction Union shop stewards who were suspended last week for orchestrating an illegal protest that prevented other workers from returning to the surface from their underground shift. Now, production was halted at the Tembelani and Kuseleka 1 mines on Monday, sparking fears of illegal strikes and spreading right across the platinum producers' operations. AMCU President Joseph Madunjwa said he had brokered a deal for the workers to end the strike by asking the company to reinstate the suspended shop stewards. South Africa's platinum belt has been rocked by a violent turf war between AMCU and the National Union of Mine Workers, NUM. The country's deputy president, Kgalema Motlanthe, has been tasked by President Jacob Zuma to help restore stability in the mining sector, but AMCU has so far refused to sign an agreement which binds all stakeholders, saying it needs a mandate from its members in order to be able to legitimately sign that deal. South Africa is investing billions of rands to improve its rail infrastructure, and a large part of that cash is being sunk into digital communication links, which will ideally make train operations so much easier. The Passenger Rail Agency of South Africa signed a multi-million rand contract with the Chinese communications multinational Huawei to install digital radio communication systems known as GSMR to improve train services. With the details, here's CCTV's Sumitra Naidu.
GSMR is wireless radio communication used to operate several rail networks across the globe, including in Europe, Asia and North Africa.
It helps to communicate between drivers and ground-based staff, so drivers can more efficiently communicate with their ground-based staff and be more efficient in the way of the day-to-day operation.
Not only does it help operators provide a safe, reliable and punctual service, it also gives passengers up-to-the-minute information on train services and other things that may affect their trip.
Trains will have less delays and there's more information about where the trains are. So for the case of Prasa, you will see that because the train driver is in a position to communicate its actual situation, the control center will then be in a position to provide information to customers, to passengers, about what is going on with the train.
South Africa has the largest rail network on the continent, but the infrastructure is old and dilapidated, and the trains are in need of repair. Other countries are also aware of the importance of a good transport infrastructure system to maintain economic growth on the continent.
We have quite a number of projects. One of them is Swazi Rail Link, where we are collaborating with the government of Swaziland to have a rail link from Mpumalanga via Mbabane to Richards Bay and to Mozambique. Those programs are meant to enhance collaboration and to increase intra-African trade.
Huawei is also looking at expanding to other countries on the continent. Sumitra Naidu, CCTV, Johannesburg.
Right, let's make a quick run through the markets now. Let's see exactly what your money has been doing across the four bourses we track here for you. Starting as usually do in Nigeria, the all-share index down by just over a third in early morning trade. The all-share index in South Africa, I bet the JSE, completely different story, up by well over 2/3. The 20-share index in Nairobi in the red by just over 2/10, and the Egyptian market flat so far in early morning trade as well.